welcome. Someone just let me know how the sound is, because I do have a fan on right now. It's very hot here, so I do have a fan. Is the sound okay? Really nice to see you guys. So let's see who we have. Lindsay, welcome back. Delphine, Faisa, Jan, Leon, of course. Sherry. Really nice to see you guys. Sounds good. Can hear the fan a tiny bit, but not bad. Okay. If it's not bad, if you can hear me, you can hear the music, that's great. Okay. So do let me know if anything does happen. If for some reason it goes too loud, just let me know and I will try my best to fix it. So, okay. So we're going to do the emoji system. If you have not been in with this one before, we use one question per emoji, and I change the emoji as we go. So, you know, I'll change it to the next emoji as we go. The main reason for this is to be respectful of everyone, give everybody a chance to get a question in. Some people do tend to hog the stream, or did tend to hog the stream before we did that. So we do try to stick to this system. And because people jump out as well, when it's a very, very busy stream, people jump out. So I don't want to be answering questions for people who aren't here. So if we keep changing the emoji, it's always going to have to be someone present that's in, you know, who's put the new emoji in. Of course, we'll have to be in to see the new emoji. So that's kind of the idea with the system. So please do be respectful of that and just use one question per emoji. But we do have tarot cards or oracle cards today as well. So today, these are all love cards for today. So we have love, Akashic, spirit animal, shadow healing, and shaman's dream. So, and don't forget, you don't have to waste your emoji on a card. You can ask for a card as well as your question, that's fine. So let's get to it. Let's get to the questions. So you have Jan. What are Caden's current thoughts and feelings over me and the connection, and what are his intentions? There's a mixture of feelings. There is quite a mixture. There's a little bit of kind of like a hopeful feeling. A little bit of, yeah, kind of like hopeful, having a bit of faith in the connection in general. Yeah, it's like hope and faith of the connection, but of you as well. Just kind of recognition of you waiting. So it doesn't really feel like he thinks you're becoming impatient or anything like that, but there is a recognition that you're kind of holding out, you know, a little bit. There does seem to be a recognition of that. That does seem to be quite forefront. There is positive emotions. So the positive emotions like that care, energy, you know, all those positive draws, attraction, magnetism is there and is quite forefront. There also is something coming up that's not completely positive. So there is something coming up that's a bit I feel like, so feeling like kind of doubt, that hesitation energy, but I'm just trying to see what this doubt is actually linked to. Yeah, I'm just really trying to place it because I'm thinking, is this doubt about the connection? Like, is this doubt about, you know, doubt about the potential of the connection? You know, is it doubting the actual connection? Or is it doubting himself? Or is it doubting you? Or is it doubting, you know, what is the doubt about? There seems to be a lot of doubt about himself and about his decision. There seems to be decisions going on that are not just based around you and the connection. There does seem to be decisions going on about really putting things into action for the future and seeing how the connection or the connection will or won't fit in with that, basically. So there does seem to be more broader decisions being made about his general life path and contemplating how or if the connection or you would fit into that as well. It does seem to be like a lot of kind of overthinking and yeah, overthinking going on, but it's not just linked to the connection, but you are being contemplated within these decisions, you know, these life changing decisions in a sense. Delphine, what are M's current feelings and intentions towards me? What will happen next? And when will we meet? Okay. There's positive emotions and there's kind of like a longing or missing kind of feeling, and there's a quite a prominent opportunity of meeting within the next, I would say, maybe week or so, maybe I would say 10 days with this. There's a possibility there of meeting or of discussing meeting, something like that. It looks quite prominent as well. Jasmine, were the girls in the neighbourhood that were trying to find me a test and trying to get me off my path? Yeah, there does seem to be a test here. There does seem to be a kind of maybe I would say like reaction test, a test of how you might react and how you might, yeah, deal with, handle the situation, you know? Thank you, Pooja. Thank you, Shrita. Very kind. Thank you. Um, Pooja, I was wondering what my unrealised hobbies are and if I thought if gaining higher knowledge could be it. And I thought of gaining higher knowledge. Yeah, so I've always really felt like I feel like you do have a creative and spiritual side that's not fully realised. Like, of course, you do know that you have, especially the spiritual side, you do know that you have this. But I do feel that it feels like when I look into your energy, and especially in terms of like life path, life purpose, work path, it feels very much like you've been it feels like you have a good balance of each thing in terms of being logical, being creative, being spiritual, you know, all those different kinds of elements that build up certain personalities. Like you could say that I'm much more spiritual and creative than I am logical, you know. Being too much in your intuition can kind of be against logic a little bit. But it feels like you have a great balance between all of these things. So it does feel like you have a great balance, but it also feels like you tap you've tapped into your logical side a lot more than the other sides in your, you're in your life so far. So even though you have a good balance of all of those things, your spiritual and your creative side isn't fully realized or fully expressed to its, to its highest possibility, its highest extent. So do you feel like there are many avenues in which you could tap into that? It's not a case of just saying, oh, you have the ability to be a channeler and that's all. It does seem like you have a lot of possibility and potential within you, but I do feel that gaining higher knowledge is a huge part of that, especially if you want to do more the spiritual side than the creative. I feel like with this kind of energy and this possibility around you, you could very well go into art or music or something that's more creative, but your higher purpose, with the higher kind of energies, you are being drawn to more the spiritual side. Not to say you can't be creative with your spiritual side, but your spiritual side is more prominent and kind of the higher purpose for you than just the creative side. So yeah, I would certainly say gaining higher knowledge is definitely a key element of your life path. Fazer, my crystal ball question is, please give me some specific guidance tailored to me about how to relax and connect to my spirit team, and please pick a tarot card or any other deck you feel so inclined to. Okay, so specific guidance tailored to me about how to relax and connect to my spirit team. Yeah, so what I would probably say with this, okay, so we're looking at the crown connection, we're looking specifically at the spirit guides, not any other spiritual gifts here. So, yeah. Okay, so we could look at the kind of spiritual gifts that might come easier to you, for example, like clairaudience, claircognizance, and all of those things, and look at which divinations might help as well in terms of connecting with your spirit team, divinations or specific elements, to use to connect. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to do, so I'm going to do how information might best come through from them, practices that could help, and then any elements that could help. So element, for example, could be, meditation helps most people, but could there be a crystal that you could hold in your meditation, or an item, or something like that. So let's look first at which spiritual gifts are more attainable to you, or more, how might you best receive information from the guides. Okay, so I'm getting clairvoyance. So what's coming through as messages in dreams comes through firstly, but then also clairvoyance. So it's a very kind of natural progression, I find, as well, is people who are quite clairvoyant do tend to perhaps get messages in dreams easier than other people, or it can begin that way. So it can begin as dream messages, but then eventually, once you hone in a bit more, it's visions in meditation, or it's visions in just in everyday life, so there's kind of stages to it. It's similar to people who have clairaudience very prominent to them. Sometimes it can begin by them just being drawn to like a line in a song, or a song being stuck in their head that has a specific line in it that means something to them or to their situation. And even though being drawn to certain lines and songs isn't clairaudience, it can be a precursor or a beginning stage. But I'm seeing dream symbols and clairvoyance being a bit more connected with you. So clairvoyance might be easier. You might receive visions easier than you will receive audio messages, basically. So yes, so then I will do any divinations that may help specifically with guides, so not with other spiritual gifts that you may have. So divinations where the guides might come through easier. So shamanic journeying, anything that might help you get into a bit of a trance kind of meditation, which makes sense with visual, with clairvoyance and visual. For me, if I'm connecting with my guides in a very visual way, you know, getting visions, kind of, yeah, trying to get visions, getting into some kind of trance meditation really works for me as well. So probably another reason why I'm really drawn to sound healing as well, because certain frequencies can be very beneficial for getting into that kind of trance type state, you know. So I'm also seeing sun gazing and opal being very good. So sun gazing is a good practice, but opal as a element. So I was mentioning looking at elements, looking at crystals and things like that. So opal seems to be quite a good crystal for you to connect with your spirit team, which again, it's quite similar for me in terms of my angels. So I connect very close with my angels with opal, not other members of my spirit team. But opal seems to resonate with you quite holistically with your spirit team. And sun gazing as well, so do you just have to mention this? So we all, I think, like, forms of gazing meditations work well for a lot of people, but for some of us, kind of candle gazing works a bit better, very good for opening the third eye. For some of us, maybe more starseed inclined people, sky gazing in the evening, you know, gazing at the stars works very well. But sun gazing can be very beneficial for that higher connection, that more crown energy connection. And what you could what I suggest people do, of course, you should never look directly at the sun, but when sun gazing as a practice, you either do it as sunset or sunrise, and you look kind of, you're looking so it's kind of the direction of the sun, but the sun's in your peripheral vision. You're not looking directly at it. You're looking more at the sky next to the sun, the clouds next to the sun, you know, where the light's kind of reflecting on or absorbing into, or however you say it. And you look there, you know, it's sun gazing, but you're not direct. It's being responsible basically whilst doing it. So of course, I have to say that because we have to be responsible when we do these things. Beneath that, when do you see G contacting me? Okay. So there seems to be a possibility in around 3 months' time, but I do have to say it's not super prominent, it's not really strong, but it is there. Excuse me, sorry. I will just get a bit further down before I change the emoji. Shweta, what is Summit currently feeling and thinking about me? So that is missing you, and that definitely is I'm still seeing a bit of an increase in thinking about you, and there also seems to be kind of, it seems quite actively kind of stopping himself from reaching out. So it does seem like that edge has been there, and there's kind of this, well, actually, I don't know if I should, actively stopping himself from doing that. So it does seem quite on the tip of his tongue, if that makes sense. Just bear with me one moment. Fatima, hello, thank you for your date of birth there. Okay, so we're looking at future spouse appearance. I'm just taking a moment to focus on your name and date of birth there, since you're quite new. Okay. Okay, so it actually doesn't seem set in stone. It actually doesn't seem like there's a, a specific one and only person this could be. It does seem like there's some kind of like free will kind of choices and things that could lead to different directions. It's not like you have this one specific person who's like the only opportunity of you to end up with, basically. So I'm not really seeing a specific person. I'm being told it's because there are options there for you in the future. It does seem quite distant as well, so as you kind of get closer, that could change, when you meet that person, or when you meet one of the people, or you go down a certain path, you could, that could change. Said, will my parcel arrive tomorrow? Okay, what days are we here? Okay. Yeah, there is a possibility, it is likely. So it seems to be tomorrow or the day after. Pragati, I keep thinking about my ex on this hot day, even though we are not together. I don't know why this is happening. What does his higher self want to say? So keep thinking about him. What does his higher self want to say? Okay. There's a great care from his higher self. So I don't feel like I'm getting a specific message about today, but there is this really great care coming from his higher self that's really kind of, really, I don't know if supportive is the right word, but really kind of wants you to be on your highest path, and really cares about you, really wants you to be yeah, in your highest path, in your highest energy, you know, there is this great care. Like the higher self's very understanding and seeing from the higher perspective than maybe he does, you know, some of the time. So there is this great care and this great kind of desire for things to be great for you, you know, desire to see things go well for you, you know. Um, Sid, I forgot about the emoji, so I retracted my message and reposted, but I don't know if my message retracted. That's okay, don't worry. If you forget the emoji, I will just do it without, but of course, don't ask another question with it. Bugatti, a card? Yes, so let's do. Let's do Shaman's Dream, because I haven't done them in a while. They're maybe the newest ones at the moment. It's not very clear there. Feast of Plenty, choices and their consequences. So this is a really nice one because it's symbolising the potential of abundance around you, the potential of, you know, maybe higher luck energy coming in, maybe higher monetary energy coming in, being, I suppose, overflowing a little bit, you know, getting those positive energies, those positive kind of balls rolling, if you will, you know. Yeah, it seems like coming into a period of plenty, coming into a period of, you know, maybe having more than you need, maybe having extra, maybe things looking up, you know, in some way. Feast of Plenty. So, and it's interesting as well because it's the consequences of choices as well. So it's sometimes it can be about having a good karma served to us now, you know, if we've been through some challenges. It can be about good choices you made in the past now having benefits and having rewards and things like that. So that's a nice one. So what I will do, I think I will change the emoji now. Let's see. So we have 18 in. Oh, we have some new people there. Yeah, so if you are new, please refer to the banner. Please leave your full name and date of birth with your question, and you can also ask for the cards. So we have love cards, we have Akashic, we have Spirit Animal, we have Shaman's Dream, and we have Shadow Healing. So you can ask. So use an emoji with your question. I'm going to change the emoji in a moment. So you put that emoji, you put your question with your full name and date of birth if you're quite new. If you've only been in once or if you're brand new, please do put your full name and date of birth. I changed the emoji many times throughout the stream, so we do get many chances to ask questions. Not just one per person, but it's just to give everybody a chance basically and be respectful. So I'll change that now to the heart, so you have that there, so you can begin with your second questions. But again, yes, you can ask for cards. You can ask for cards as well. So let's see, I think we're up to Sherry here. When do you see me meeting my life partner? So it looks like beginning July this year. There are many possibilities. It does seem like this alignment is going to occur in the end of this year. So it does seem like this year is prominent. But when exactly on this year can change depending on maybe free will, maybe their life path, your life path. But July seems to be the earliest time available. But it will be this year. That seems kind of like it's confirmation it's this year, but July is the earliest time that could be. Swati, what is Sanshit thinking about me? Okay. Hello, Malcolm, as well. I hope you're well. Okay, so what is Sanshit thinking about me? So there's positive energy and there's positive emotion, but there doesn't seem to be putting a lot of thought in. So it's not like you're constantly on the mind. It's not like overthinking about you. But when the thoughts do come up about you, they do seem quite positive. There does seem to be positive energy. There does seem to be kind of some interest there, some, you know, desire for communication and things like that. But it seems just not super high. It's not, like I said, you're not on the mind too often, but it's not negative, so that's good. And Sherry, a love card, yes, of course. Be supportive. Make it a genuine effort to show you care. So, our romantic partner or person of interest, it's always a nice message, I suppose, to be supportive to that person. And I suppose, you know, in a relationship, we kind of need that. We need that give and take. We need them to be supportive of us, and we need to be supportive of them. Showing support, giving support, and making a genuine effort to show you care is always a positive thing. And where it says as well, make genuine effort to show you care, there could also be, like with this person kind of coming in, there's different chances, different moments on the path where this person might come in. It may suggest that this person needs a little bit of support to know that you're interested or to feel that you're interested. So, you know, yeah, so being kind of not too forward or anything like that, but being quite open and being quite, you know, if you feel like maybe this person is coming in, maybe you do know who they are, but you're not sure, and you know, there could be some shyness there. So kind of give them support, let them know that it's okay, you know, to approach you, to be open to you, to have interest in you. So being a bit supportive of them, and maybe if you do feel like you're coming across this person, you're aware of this person, maybe you make a little bit of the effort, because there could be some shyness or just worry, you know, doubt. Maybe she won't feel the same about me kind of energy. Daniela, hi Venus, in which month does he unblock me from Instagram? Okay, let's see. Okay, this looks very low prominence at the moment, so I'm not getting a month on this. It actually looks very, very low prominence. Yeah, it looks really small. The energy, I don't know if I've checked this exact question, but the energy does seem to have changed a little bit, shifted a little bit, because this looks pretty low. I would say maybe 20%, so I'm sorry to say that. I'm really sorry to see that. Thank you very much, guys, for the compliments. Jan, for clarity, what were Kaizen's intentions? Was it to have heart and heart? Is there intentions for heart to heart or to reconcile? Intentions for a heart to heart do come up. Thank you! I like these feathers. I want to do something different with my hair, but I'm not big on dyeing it crazy colours or anything, so I thought feathers would be nice. Thank you. Aries Rainbow Child, hello and welcome. What is going on in my dad's head? Yeah, so for the crystal ball, more specific questions please. So, you know, I assume that there's some kind of disagreement or something and you want to know what he's thinking. But yeah, so looking at, for example, we do like channeling streams where the person like you guys would choose someone to channel, and that can be, you know, their thoughts, their emotions, whether they're subconscious or conscious, and they kind of come out as a message, you know, like a whole message. So when we're looking at someone's thoughts, someone's kind of mindset, it can be, you know, quite a lot can come through. Everyone's different, but quite a lot can come through. So for the crystal ball, we do more specific questions, a bit more, it doesn't have to be yes or no, but a bit more specific. And I will just go back over the cards in case anyone's new. We have a love, we have Acacia, we have spirit animal, we have shaman's dream, and we have shadow healing as well. And do remember, if you're new, please put your full name and date of birth with your question. Elisa, how is F feeling about me these days? It seems quite difficult to get you off the mind, and there seems to be a little bit of regret going on at the moment. I feel like the regret's just about some kind of distance. I don't really feel like there's something that was said or done that is regretted. Maybe it's something that wasn't said or done more so that's regretted. But seems to be an increase of you being on the mind. Hi Anakriti, I'm well, I hope you're well. These feelings for Anakriti, okay. Sam, hello. So these feelings for Anakriti. There seems to be a bit of disconnect. It seems very distant. This doesn't necessarily seem negative, but it just seems like there's not a lot there. There's not a lot to work with. There's not a lot. Almost like I'm detached. Detached from that is the word I'm looking for. Bruna, hello. Will Brandon Andrews open up to me about his feelings? Okay. Brandon Andrews. Yes, so it doesn't look soon, but it does look likely. Hi Kevin, I hope you're well. What are Roseanne's thoughts and feelings for me? Okay. Very positive. So there does seem to be a lot of intrigue. There seems to be kind of wanting to get to know you a bit better. There does seem to be a lot of interest in you. Yeah, it seems really positive. Yuri says, will I ever find love? Guys, if you're new, please leave your full name and date of birth with your question. Yeah, when you go to a psychic in person, they can connect with your energy because you're right there. But when you're online, it's a bit more difficult. So full name and date of birth is a great way to connect with the energy. That will pull you, so Yuri, I will pull you a love card. There you are. Be authentic to who you are. You are asked to be real and true pertaining to who you are and how you feel. So it's important as well when we're, sometimes we can amalgamate a little bit to the person we're interested in or to our partner, which isn't always fake. It doesn't necessarily mean that because you do that you're being fake. It can be quite natural to kind of amalgamate together with someone. But it is always important to keep that independent part of yourself, keep that, that authentic part of yourself that is yourself. And it also helps with aligning with a truly authentic person as well. You don't want to merge too much together where you become a different person. You want to both respect your own individuality and your authentic selves as well. And the more we tap into and align with our authentic self, the more kind of positive and higher vibrational person we bring in as well. Samina, hello. In which month Harris will contact me? Okay. So looking for the most prominent, soonest time that Harris could contact you. Seeing September there. My background song's too loud? Okay, I'll turn that down. Yeah, I think it jumped up a little bit in volume. Start off a bit low. Is that okay? Let me know if that's okay. Phaser, tarot card. Yeah, so we could do Akashic, so that's the closest to actual tarot that we have. Okay, so the lightning bolt. So the lightning bolt's interesting because it may look a bit negative with this lightning bolt hitting this tree, but what it suggests is there's a kind of a big event that's going to happen that's going to change things up a little bit. So it's not so much this kind of slow, steady progression that we kind of naturally are in a lot of the time, kind of, you know, slow and steadily progressing in our lifetime. It seems like a bit of a big event going to occur. It's not necessarily negative. I know it looks scary on the picture, but the lightning bolt, that kind of element of it, it's more about the shock, the instantaneousness of it, the, you know, suddenness of it. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a negative event. It just means it's going to change things quite a lot. And actually, we're drawing it upright, so this is the positive side of this card. So it's more likely to be a positive event, or even if it's negative, it's going to change things for the better in the end. But it does seem like it's going to be a little bit sudden, a little bit of a, ooh, this is, you know, really all of a sudden. It's not super planned, perhaps. But yeah, so a big change coming. Works out for the better in the end. If it's negative to begin with, it might be fully positive, but it does work out for the best in the end. Aries, yeah, you're very welcome. Aries Rainbow Child, you're very welcome. You just need your full name and date of birth. Yeah, question. So any question. So more specific questions for the crystal ball, please. Not like just what's in my dad's head. There could be many things. There could be many things. So let's see. I'm up to... Benita, card of my choice. Okay, let's do Shaman's Dream, because I haven't had these in a while. Lost Compass. Lost Compass. Getting back to integrity. So you've been lost a little bit off your own path. You've been lost from your life purpose path, perhaps, and you're now finding your way back. So it's very important that you do find your way back. The card does suggest that you are finding your way back, but it does also suggest that recently you have been a little bit lost from your path, and that you may now be getting kind of signs, synchronicities, messages to follow a specific way. Look out for them and do follow them, because you are being brought back onto your path now. You're being guided back onto your path, onto your higher path. Kevin, card of my choice. Let's do for you. Let's do spirit animal. I haven't done spirit animal yet. Dog spirit. Oh my gosh, I love the dog spirit. So be loyal to what you love is the message, but the dog spirit is very lovely, because the dog is, it's very loyal, but it's also unconditional love. You know, dogs are the kind of embodiment of unconditional love, high vibrational, angelic, beautiful energy. So when you have that totem animal around you, or you're embodying that, you are in a very unconditional love, very loyal, very loving, very kind of amazing energy, you know, and you can really tap into that. And the only kind of warning you can give with the dog spirit is don't let people kind of walk all over you, or kind of, you know, take advantage of you, because you're a very loyal, positive person, and very unconditionally loving person, which is really good. But it does suggest that you give people a lot of chances as well, which is great. You know, the dog spirit is, it's really good that we give people chances, especially when we understand our own spiritual growth and that they're on their own spiritual journey as well. But it's just kind of be mindful to not be taken for granted too much. It's really nice to give people chances. It's really nice to have hope and unconditional love, but just be a little bit mindful about your own energy and not being taken for granted too much. Yeah, so Aries Rainbow Child asked a question that was a bit too broad, that's all. Phaser, Oracle, Tarot. Let's do... Wait, did I just pull you a card? Because what did I do? I can't remember what I just pulled you. Was it Shaman's Dream? I think it might have been Shaman's Dream. I will do... I can't remember. I will do... No! It was Akashic, wasn't it? Because it was Lightning Bolt. Was that yours? Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I'll do Spirit Animal. I know we've only done one of those for Kevin. Okay, Antelope Spirit. Oh, interesting. This is interesting because did you get the lightning bolt? Correct me if that wasn't you. Can't believe I'm mixing that up already. But Antelope Spirit is life is speeding up, so it kind of resonates with that one a little bit. Things are going to be moving a bit quicker. Things are going to, yeah, the speed, the pace of things is going to, speed up basically. So yeah, be mindful to not overlook things. Be mindful to still focus on small details, pay attention to things, but it's kind of a message to make sure you're kind of keeping up with how things are going to go around you, because things really might speed up a little bit. And I'm just going to move that fan closer to me. Things might speed up a little bit, and so it's a good idea to be aware of that and kind of. But the positive thing about the Antelope Spirit is, though, that we can really take the energy of these animals, we can really integrate the energy of these animals. So if we're getting the Antelope Spirit as our spirit or totem animal at this time, it shows that we're actually going to be able to embody that. So it would be bad if things were going to pick up pace around you and you only had like the turtle energy around you, you only had that slow energy around you. But if you have the Antelope Spirit around you, then you should be able to deal with that and be, in that energy, and it should come easy to you and positive to you. Just trying to get the fan the right way. Jasmine says that's a great question you answered earlier. I too would like to know how specifically do I best receive information from my guides as well, so I can dive deeper into my work. So where I was looking at so wait, let me remember how I formatted this before. So I did the best Claire or the best sense for connecting with your guides, because as well, guys, remember that sometimes it can be different. So let's say in connecting to your mediumship, let's say doing mediumship, clairvoyance comes best to me. So I get a lot of visions from passed over loved ones. When I'm doing mediumship, I get a lot of visions. But then when I'm connecting with my own guides, I get a lot of messages, audio messages. It can be different with different things. So you might not be strictly just a clairvoyant or a clairaudient. You may get different things with different things, if that makes sense. So let's see. So for Jasmine, I'll just check this music. That's fine. So with Jasmine, we're looking at best clair sense for spirit guides, any divinations that might help more with spirit guides, and any elements that might help more with spirit guides. Okay. You're getting claircognizance and clairvoyance with spirit guides, so both of them are coming through quite evenly there. So divination, a divination that might help. I think Oracle cards and Pendulum both coming through there. And then elements, so any elements that might help. Shells and sand. Shells and sand. So that's kind of the element of nature, you know, that you could use to more closer connect with them. Yeah, that's interesting. Delphine, can you please tell me about M's personality and qualities? I'm still getting to know him. Thanks. Okay, so yeah, let's see what comes through. Personality and qualities. So getting kind, getting laid back, not too, you know, in desire to be in control, if that makes sense. Yeah, so quite a generous, empathetic kind of nature is coming through. There's a little bit of an element of immaturity coming up a little bit, but it doesn't seem like it's really strong, it's overpoweringly negative or anything, but there's just a little element of that coming through. There's a really big motivated energy coming up when, you know, when the mind, when the heart is really set on something. There's a lot of motivation there, a lot of drive. Though there's a slight bit of indecision sometimes, it seems like when the mind is really fully set on something, it's, you know, it's there, it's fully committed. And there's also that very kind of nice, that ability to be light-hearted and tap into the inner child kind of energy, which is always nice. I do like to see that. Yeah, and it's nice as well because for someone who can be very hardworking and motivated, it's nice to have that balance as well. Yeah, this is coming through there. Jan, what do you see Caden and me doing today for my birthday? If we do end up calling, how will he feel during this? Okay. Yeah, I do see a call, so it doesn't seem to be too long of a call, but it does seem to be, there's positive energy, positive emotion in there. A bit of a, like, relaxed and positive emotions coming from him, like feeling relaxed and comfortable and very positive. Swati, what was the dream that S saw about me? You have told in previous sessions. Can you please check the dream? Yeah, so let's see. So it's really what's going to come through here will depend, because if there's just been one dream about you, then it will definitely tap into the dream that I have previously seen. But if there's been a few different dreams about you, potentially a different dream could come up. So let's see. I will check. I'll try to see if there's been a few. I'll try to see most recent, maybe. See what comes through there. Yeah, so this seems quite recently to be a dream of walking together on a beach. That's the main thing I'm seeing here, walking together on a beach. Yeah, that's what I can see there. Kevin, how will my next meeting with A go? How would he feel about meeting after a long time? So there just seems to be a lot of potential for a meeting soon to go quite positively. Seems to be a bit more of a relaxed energy around him. There does seem to be a bit more of a, yeah, being a bit more relaxed, maybe um, releasing, lessening kind of anxiety and fears around it. So that looks positive. Yeah, that looks positive. Bear with me one moment. Apologies for that. Okay, I'll get through a few more of these yellow hearts and then I will change the emoji. So let's just get through a few more of these. Benita, when will I start my FNP job? I'm not really seeing that clearly. It looks a lot about murky or low prominence, maybe? So I hope that changes for you. I should do a whole, bear with me one moment. I should do a whole stream about future spouse. Because we do get that a lot. And just do this Facebook message, Facebook question. So, back to Anakriti here. Appearance. It just picks up my face. It doesn't bleed. Appearance and characteristics of my life partner. Life partner, okay. Okay, seem very dark hair, green eyes. Very clean shaven kind of facial hair. I'm a little bit tall, so I would say this is taller than average, but not super tall, you know? Would also say a little bit toned, but not super muscular, you know. Not super muscular, not super slim. Like a little bit toned, you know. Yeah. See if I can see anything else before I move on then. Something that does stand out a little bit is a few freckles, you know, a few freckles on the face. Sam says, when will I start dating again? Sam, did you give your full name and date of birth? If you're new, please put your full name and date of birth, because I won't be able to connect with you otherwise. Can somebody... Guys, can you please put your full name and date of birth if you're new with your question, please? Yeah, so just go over it because it does look like there's a few new people in here. So, you know, when you go to a psychic in person, they can kind of pick up on your energy, so it's a bit easier, you know, to do a reading without information. But when you just have like one name, like just Sam, and you're just asking a question, there's no picture or anything, it's very difficult to connect. So a full name and date of birth is best. You can send it by my Facebook or email, something in the description. If you're too private to put it on the chat, but putting it in the chat's best if that's okay. But yeah, so I could do the question, but it's not going to be really accurate. I'm not really connected to just Sam, so yeah, I'm really sorry. And people who aren't putting their full name and date of birth are regulars, so I'm very connected with their energy. Megha, what are R's current feelings and next actions towards me? Okay. I'm inviting you to his house. So inviting you to his house. Feelings seem positive as well. Sorry, your feelings seem quite positive and forefront, vibrant. Elisa, still haven't gotten around to quit my job, even though I really want to. I feel like my healing has stalled. Is that so? Is it imperative for my spiritual growth that I do nothing for a while? I would say, so of course I'm going to check this, I'm going to look into the ball, but it can be, there can be a bit of burnout as well when we're transitioning to kind of maybe a more spiritual path, or just aligning more to our life purpose, even if it's not a super spiritual path. So doing nothing for a while, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't quite put it like that because I'm sure you will be doing things, but taking a break, taking some time to yourself, if you feel it's needed, it probably is needed, but let me just check on this. So is it so that your healing has stalled? Slowed. So there isn't like a complete stop here, but there is a slowing of pace, yes. So is it imperative for my spiritual growth that I do nothing for a while? Yeah, in the aspect like I was just talking about, of just taking a little bit of time to yourself, and you know, doing kind of having some rest, taking some time to yourself, and I'm sure you will be not doing nothing, but yes, understanding what you mean, yes, I would say yes to it. Pooja, how is Annie feeling spiritually about our connection? And Akashic Tarot. Okay. there's a draw to you spiritually, and there's an inability to completely disconnect spiritually. That's what's really coming through. I'll change the emoji, guys. There you are. And a sorry, acacia guitar, I think, for Pooja. Yes. Okay, the increscent moon. So this is interesting because there's this element of, so the man sometimes can represent a man in your life, or it can represent you. So just think about that as I'm saying the meaning. Does this represent you, or is it a person in your life? Because where he is, he has all of these sketches around and the sculpture of this lady and all of these things. He's being a perfectionist, so there's an element of perfectionism here. Like he's looking for a specific type of person, a specific type of partner sometimes in this card. It's either you who's being a bit of a perfectionist and looking for something specific, or it's the person on the life path who's being a bit of a perfectionist, looking for something specific. So sometimes it kind of gives us a reason or meaning of why things didn't work out with somebody, because they were being a bit perfectionist, looking for something specific. So it's not that you weren't compatible, it's not that things didn't go well or weren't good, but there was just something too specific that this person was looking for, and that's why it didn't go maybe the way that it should have. But the open window pointing out to the moon is an important part of this card. So what that suggests is that there is an openness to this, so a kind of opening awareness of this. So yeah, I was chasing something that doesn't exist, or yeah, I was being too narrow-minded. There's coming to that awareness, being more open emotionally, being more open and available as well. So if this does resonate more with you and you think you're the perfectionist, you may need to open up a little bit and be a bit more open-minded to, you know, who you're looking for. But sometimes, like I said, it's about the person who things didn't work out with. Jan says love card. Love is all around you. There is love everywhere all of the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. So never feeling like you're not loved. So sometimes our love path isn't on this perfect, you know, highest vibration at the moment. Sometimes we have issues in other relationships, romantic connections, other relationships and things like that. But we do have to recognise that there's always some level of love around us, and kind of allow ourselves to tap into that as well, and understand that we deserve that as well. Prograti. I channeled a new offer for my ideal clients and posted it, but no one bought. What is stopping my ideal clients from buying my high ticket offers? Thank you, I do feel abundant in the 5D. Okay, so what is stopping your ideal clients from buying your high ticket offers? Okay. So it seems like some people are gravitating to where they feel like there's more value, or there's more value for money, if that makes sense. Yeah, so it seems like some people are gravitating to where they think there's more value for money, but it does also seem that you haven't fully connected with your right people yet, with those people that are really going to align with you and really going to have that, you know, positive connection, relationship with you. It doesn't feel or seem like you're fully aligned with them yet. It doesn't feel like you've fully found the right people yet, if that makes sense. So, you know, it can be difficult, because when you know that you're worth something and that you have something of value, you shouldn't undersell yourself, of course. You know, I'm definitely not saying that, but it is just the case for some people that they will just, you know, perceive that something that's cheaper, or maybe the same price but involves a lot more, is just better for them. Some people put quantity over quality, so that can be an issue. But also, it does seem like you're not fully aligned with the right people yet. It does seem like there's some challenges, some kind of speed bumps, if you will, to get there, but it just doesn't seem like you're quite there yet. Fatima, will I end up with H Aquaries in relationship? Okay. It's possible, there's a possibility there. Marie, hello. Yeah, we've been wonderful, I hope you have too. So a love card and a card of my choice, okay? So let's do a love card. Honesty is essential. To be a loving person, it's important that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner. So, yeah, I think it's important as well, because sometimes, in a relationship especially if we're trying to reconcile or we're in the beginning of a relationship, it can be difficult to be too honest with someone if you feel like it might hurt their feelings or it might ruin, the positive connection you have at the moment. But it is always important to kind of balance that being honest and everything with being too polite, being too positive kind of thing. So just think about that. And I will do shame and stream as well, because I'm a bit connected to these at the moment. Closing door, completion. Okay, so closing door, completion. So completion is all about, of course, one period of your life coming to a close. And of course, that naturally means a new one beginning. But just think about that, because sometimes we hold on to like an aspect of our lives. Sometimes sorry, I was trying to turn it up a bit. Is that too loud? I've just turned it up a bit because I'm really, really hot. If it's too loud, let me know. So the window's open as well, but it's just so hot. So there's the aspect of your life, Marie, that is coming to a close. There is an aspect of your life that it's coming to a close, and you kind of need to be accepting of that and allow it to come to a close. Because when we fully allow that old kind of aspect of our life to come to a close, that's only when really our blessings or new doors really open. So just think about that as well. Daniela, will he come back to me? Okay. There's possibility here. So speaking to the door closing card coming up there, it doesn't seem like this door is completely closed. It doesn't seem like there's no chance. It just seems like it's maybe the prominence or the percentage of this chance maybe dwindling a little bit, but it does seem like there's still a chance there. Shweta, when am I receiving a call or message from Summit, and what will it be like? Okay. It seems more likely next year, like the beginning of next year. It does seem like a little bit of testing the water a little bit. It does seem a little bit like, it's not like coming to you with like overwhelming emotion and all of those things. It seems to be quite relaxed, quite like, how have you been doing? Maybe we should meet and things like that. And that is how it seems. Bruna, will Brandon Andrews open up to me about his feelings? Yeah, there's a possibility there. Liz, how does A think and feel about me currently? Oh, Diana, thank you so much. I didn't realise that you sent that. Sorry, usually I'm notified of that. Diana, I don't see your question. Hold on. Diana, could you put your full name and date of birth, please? I need to be able to connect with your energy. Let me just see if you've put it here somewhere. Yeah, sorry guys. If it's a super chat or anything, I do answer that right away. I just didn't see that come up, so I apologise for that. Danielle, if you're still here, please put your full name and date of birth because I do need something to connect with your energy. But I will do your question. Well, I'll do a card for you. I'll do a card for you now because I can do cards without the full name and date of birth, so I'll do that. But let's see, what was your question? If Daniel is missing me today. Okay, so I'll pull you a love card then. Let's see what comes up there. Consider your foundation. You're being asked to look at how committed to love you are. So that's interesting because consider your foundation. You're asking about if he's missing you. So this is someone who you have some level of history, some level of, past, some kind of foundation with already. So it's interesting as well, because a lot of these cards talk about new love or talk about, a fated meeting, something new happening. So it is nice to see something that may give an insight back into that connection. You're being asked to look at how committed you are to love. So sometimes this can just be about the energy that we put out or being fully decided in our minds, because sometimes we do miss someone or we do want to connect back with them, but then maybe we have interest somewhere else, or we have interest somewhere else, or we think about maybe a new person coming along. So sometimes just within our own mind and our own energy, it's nice to be very committed and be very affirmative to ourselves, that we're committed and that we're really focusing on that. So that is the love card, but I'll still answer the question if you are giving me your full name and date of birth. So let me just see if you've put it already. Yes, there we are. Thank you very much. So I want to know if Daniel is missing me today. So that was your card, but I will do the question. Okay. I'm just focusing on your information because you're new. I just need to take a moment. So if Daniel is missing me today. Okay. Yes. So get a yes on that. I'll also pull you let's see, should we do a Keshak or Shaman's Dream? Let's do Shaman's Dream. The Father Gate. Bold step forward. So there is a new positive step coming forward. A bold step coming forward. So this is interesting because it could link to Daniel taking a bold step forward, not necessarily you. So that's nice to see as well, a bold step forward that is positive. So yeah, hoping for the best for you there. Welcome to the community. You're very welcome to ask as many questions as you like. As I change emojis, guys. So do remember, guys, if you are new, it's one question per emoji. Unless you do a super chat, of course, you're allowed to ask more than one. Don't worry about that. So let me just see where I was up to there. Okay, so we have... Yeah, I think we were up to Liz, I think? Is that right? How does A feel and think about me currently? Did I do that? I feel like that's where we're up to, but I can't remember. You're welcome, Diana, you're very welcome. Okay, so going to do Megha. When will I meet R next and how will it go? Reesh, hello and welcome. When will I meet R next and how will it go? Okay. So there's a possibility, it looks like mid to the end of next month, and it looks very positive. There looks to be a lot of like that love, care, positive energy there. Let's see. Thank you, Leon. Rish, hello, welcome back. When are I and A getting back together? Okay, so possibility of you and A getting back together. Okay, so it doesn't look super prominent. It looks like around 40%, so it's not the greatest, of course. We'd usually want it to be at least over 50%, so it's not the highest possibility. It's not looking super prominent. We'll see like maybe the soonest time or a time frame that's coming through for this. 3 months, so 40% in around 3 months. Okay. Aries, thank you for your full name and date of birth. Do you see any cat or cats in the future? Or should I give up? I change my question. I don't know what you mean. Do I see any cat or cats in the future? Do you mean like, will you get a pet cat? I'm so sorry, Aries. I just don't understand your questions. I just don't understand it. I'm sorry. If you want a cat, absolutely, I would say get one. I love cats so much. I give up, I changed my question. I'm not sure, sorry. Leon, if someone says I missed that question, can you please say to them, can you put your full name and date of birth? Because that's usually why, if I skip it. Selena said that Harris will contact me since September, what he offers me in September, please. So what will he say in September? So it seems to be very general, kind of reaching out, seeing how you are. Sherry, can you see what's going on with both of my hands? Okay, let's see what comes up here. No, I didn't see anything coming up for that. I'm really sorry to read that. Well, I hope you're okay. I hope you're okay. Aries says, what is the inner knowing? So inner knowing is like, you could say your intuition, or sometimes I suppose we have like those gut feelings, you know? Yeah, so inner knowing, intuition, gut feelings, cognizance, you could say. Maybe your higher self. Yeah, I'm not really sure what you mean by the question, sorry. Kritika, when will Anivash and me get married with our parents' blessings? Okay. So I'm seeing that there's a possibility of this. I'm seeing that there's a chance of this, but I'm not getting a time frame, not getting a date. But I am kind of getting a message like it's possible, there is a possibility, so that's good. Aries says I have picked up a few people energy, so I hate when people. Yes, so you're an empath. Maybe you have an expanded aura as well, picking up that energies quite easily. Yes, what he says, yes, please do a stream about a future spouse. I know I should. Because people want to know a lot. We could do like personality, looks, jobs, all sorts. So, Marie, a card of your choice for Gretel. Okay, let's see. So let's do a spirit animal for Gretel. Wolf spirit, very nice. Wolf spirit, 10 knowledge into wisdom. So you have wisdom, strength, you know. Wolf spirit, very nice. Choose some animal around you at the moment. Perhaps you're needing some strength at the moment, Gretel, because sometimes that's why the wolf totem comes. Let's do a shaman's dream as well. So the shaman's dream, we have dream thief, refusal of the call. Okay, so yeah, there could be some issue going on here. So this could be someone is having some jealousy towards you. It could be maybe a psychic attack. Could be something, yeah, like a psychic attack, some jealousy, even interference coming into your actual dream channels. Like if you've ever had like sleep paralysis or negative dreams, sometimes this can happen. So just be a little bit careful. Maybe do extra protection around your third eye, your dream channels, and all of that, because it does seem like there might be an issue there. Let's do a Akashic as well. The bird's nest. Okay, so the bird's nest is really nice. It's about a level of independence. So it can be getting a new job. It can be, you know, when we do something, an achievement that we do that's very our own kind of thing, like independence. So for some people, it's when we first leave home, or you know, it's when we learn to drive or something like that. But it's an achievement that you make that's very self-sufficient, gives you an energy of like independence, gives you an energy of achievement, you know. So really, really nice. Achieving something. Shayna, hi, hope you're well. What are Keith the Labourer's true feelings and intentions towards me? So there's positive feelings and positive emotions, but there's also a little bit of maybe nervousness, something like that. Feels like a little bit of nerves coming up. There seems to be intentions as well to overcome that. There does seem to be intentions to overcome that, to deepen the connection with you a little bit more, communicate a little bit more, just kind of increase, you know, increase the connection, closen the connection. Does seem to be there. Thank you, Leon. Let's see. Jan, what are Caden's current feelings and intentions towards does he want something romantic with her? He's hanging out with her a lot lately. Okay. Yeah, so there's quite a lot of positive emotion there, but it does seem friendly, so it doesn't seem romantic. Yeah, it's worrying a little bit because it's really quite strong, quite prominent, but it definitely is on the friendly side and not the romantic side, at least. But it's still not great. Pooja, how is N and A's connection spiritually? Okay, it's nothing negative, but it's not a super deep spiritual connection, and there's nothing negative there though. Pragati, what has my ex been feeling and thinking about me? Jealous, remorseful, wish we were together, nothing, cause 2 please. Okay, so what has my ex been feeling and thinking about me? Yeah, so there does seem to be some kind of like thinking about how things would have been, th- contemplating on that side. But in terms of the emotions, that doesn't seem really strong. Emotionally, it does seem a little bit detached. It does seem a little bit, yeah, not like super strong emotions, but there is some contemplating and thinking about you. I'm gonna card two. Let's do Acacia. Okay, so you have the garden. So this is all about the inner child, or it can be about children in your life. It can be about um, children in the family, your own children, children who you have some level of connection to. But generally, it tends to be about your own inner child, stepping more into your light-hearted, playful energies, being more kind of, I suppose, curious, being tapping into the inner child. So being very light-hearted, being very playful, connecting with people who bring that out of you as well. So connecting with people who you're comfortable to allow your light-hearted, playful energies come to the surface with. And sometimes as well, it's nice, we can get this card sometimes if there's a bit of inner child healing that we need, but not always. It doesn't necessarily mean that there's healing needed. It can just be about reminding us to come back to that light-hearted energy, because sometimes in our kind of adult lives we can be a bit too serious, a bit too, going with the kind of flow of adult life. So just reminding you to tap into that humorous side, to tap into that light-hearted energy, and being around people who you're comfortable to bring that out around. But if there is inner child healing that's needed, sometimes it's nice to do things like an activity that we used to do as a child, or eat our favourite food from childhood or something like that, just to further help kind of bring that comfort to that inner child. Jasmine, what are Phil's thoughts about what I sent him recently, and when can I expect to hear from him and see him next? Okay. There seems to be some level of understanding and kind of I didn't necessarily say like super positive or anything, but yeah, it's like there's positive energy there. There's a positive kind of, I would say understanding more than like super happy or super, something like that. It seems very understanding, like it's resonating with him, or it makes sense to him. Like there's some deepness coming through there, like a deeper level of understanding maybe. It seems positive, but it's not like, oh, I'm super happy. You're not getting like a super happy feeling, but it's not negative. Expect to hear from him and see him next. Okay. Okay, so hear from him within 5 to 7 days and see him next. Maybe 2 weeks, maybe a little bit more. Kritika, what type of connection I share with Anivesh? Is this a soul connection? Is this connection convert into marriage stable connection? Okay, so is there a deeper soul connection, and is there compatibility as a stable marriage connection? So it doesn't seem to be a really deep spiritual connection in terms of like having a past life relationship together, or something really deep like that. That's not to say that's not positive though. There does seem to be compatibility to have a stable marriage connection. There is compatibility there. Swati, does Sanchit have any feelings for me? Does he secretly like me? Okay. It doesn't seem like at the moment, it doesn't seem like there's super strong emotions, but it does seem like there's potential for that to grow. It does seem like it's on that trajectory of getting to that point. Oops. Excuse me. Sorry if that was loud. That fell right by the mic. Shayna, what are the chances of me getting hired after my second interview with the company tomorrow? I'm guessing like 80, I may even say 90% here. So best of luck. Fatima, how does my crush H see me? In a positive light, but it does seem to be a little bit friendly. It doesn't seem to be super romantic. Delphine, what will happen when Em and I meet? Will we go on a trip together? Yeah, there does seem to be potential of this. There does seem to be potential of that. Anakriti, when will I start a new job? Thanks. There seems to be a possibility in August time. It doesn't look super prominent, but it is coming up there. Jan Akisha, new beginnings. So a new beginning in one aspect of your life, like a rebirth. So sometimes this can be starting on a new job, you know, starting on a new creative venture, starting on a new maybe spiritual path. It doesn't necessarily mean everything changes or every aspect of life has a new beginning, but there is one area that's really going to be refreshed, renewed. Like a rebirth. I have this here. It's not cold though. Megha, when will our travel to CA and how long will we be living in a long distance? It looks likely to be before the end of this year. A long distance seems to be around 7 months to a year. Ari says my question was missed. I didn't understand your question. Sorry. Kevin, how is A feeling about me lately? Why is he still holding back and not unblocking me yet? So feelings towards you specifically don't seem to have changed too much, but there's kind of, what seems to be happening is more acceptance around his own feelings and having those kind of feelings. There seems to be a bit more relaxation and acceptance around that. So although things don't seem to have changed yet or right now or very, currently, it does seem like that will come. It does seem like picking up a positive pace a little bit soon. Samina, what Harris feeling for me? Does he spy? So does he like check your social media? Let's see. No, I'm getting a no on that. Thank you, Kevin. Shweta, will I be able to activate my crown chakra and third eye in coming years? Attain a level of being calm, composed, and well connected to the divine energies and my spirit guides, feeling blocked. Okay, so will you be able to attain that in your third eye and crown? Yes, definitely yes there. Daniela, how will the first night with him be? Relaxed and quite romantic. Relaxed and quite romantic, sorry. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you so much. This is actually new, so I really appreciate the compliments on it. Thank you, guys. S. Gomez, hello. I do apologise if it took a while to get to your question. I do get backed up in the chat. So let's just see. So, S. Gomez, card of... Oh, just a card. Yeah, card, okay. There we are, so we will do Akashic. The treasure. Okay, so the treasure, this is interesting. So it shows that you will find something that has been lost for some time. So this can sometimes be something that's physically lost, you know, if you've been looking for something that's actually physically lost, can sometimes be that. But usually it's more about we've fallen out of love or something and we fall back in love with a person or with a situation. It's usually about kind of tapping back into really positive high energies about something where maybe we've lost our love for it, or we've lost our inspiration, or we've lost that kind of drive sometimes, you know. So it's about kind of, it doesn't suggest a change on the life path. It doesn't mean like you'll change job or you'll change relationship, but it means things improving. So if it is a job and you still love it, you're suddenly going to have that inspiration come back. Or if it is a relationship but it's gone a bit stale, suddenly that energy is going to come back, that romance, that positive energy. So that's really nice for you. You're very welcome, Shweta. Shaman stream for Pooja. Perfect storm. Perfect storm. The courage to step into life. So this is interesting. It's there's going to be some things that are going to be a bit chaotic, around you, maybe even be like some drama or something like that going on around you. You may find yourself getting a bit caught up in it, but it's going to bring about the right connections. It might show you who you can really rely on, who you can really trust. It might just connect you with people that you wouldn't usually have connected with. It's going to work out for you in a positive way, although it may feel like you're being dragged into something, being sucked into something that's a bit negative. It is going to turn out positive for you in terms of something positive coming from it. So I'm just going to put here, so I might be finishing up here. As I always say, you're very welcome to keep putting your questions, your messages after this. You're very welcome, but just bear in mind, if you message after that, it might not get answered. It might do, it just might not. So please do bear that in mind. And I'll change the emoji as well, even though it doesn't really matter. Let's see. Thank you, Leon. Sandra says, what does the long-term future hold for me and my fiance? So looking at like the long-term future in a connection can bring up a whole reading. Looking at the long-term future can bring up things like, you know, any perhaps when marriages happen or when certain things happen, if there's any children, you know, conceptions, anything like that going on, it can bring that up. It can bring up relocations, yeah, moving home or anything, moving jobs or anything, you know, if you're any issues that you might go through, if you support each other through certain things, there's many things that can come up. So I do try to ask. I know you're new, so don't worry. But specific questions for the crystal ball. It doesn't have to be a yes or no question, but something that I can answer a bit more pinpointed than just, you know, something that could open a whole reading, because that really could open a whole reading. But what I will do for Sandra here is I'll pick a love card and I will pick another card as well, just to give you something there. So do something for someone else. Give your attention to someone else. So sometimes this can just be, you know, it's not necessarily saying that you're selfish or you're, you know, everything's about you, but sometimes we can be in that kind of energy if we're going through a stressful time, or if we've, yeah, if we're going through a stressful time, or we're doing something that's particularly important, like, you know, our new job or something like that, you know. Just remember to balance out that attention and ensure that you're also asking, you know, the partner, like, how they are, and making sure you're giving them enough attention that they might want or need. Or it could even be the case that you do give quite even attention, but they need extra attention at the moment. You know, maybe they're going through something, maybe they need extra support with something, but that is the kind of energy that comes through with that. Let's also pull you should we do Akashic, or should we do Shaman's Dream? Let's do Shaman's Dream. Empty well. Time to replenish. Time to replenish. So there's something there. So it can be, sometimes this can happen if our social battery runs out a little bit, or maybe another aspect of our life path, like maybe we're running low in a financial sense, or in, you know, something emotionally. But it's all about recharging, it's all about replenishing. So, you know, maybe you might need to retreat a little bit, maybe you need to take a little break together, or maybe you need to just take a break to yourself, where you take like a week off or something, or take some time off to yourself, and have some rest, do some meditation, do some self-care, because it does seem like you need to replenish a little bit. You need to, you know, refresh yourself a little bit. So there could be something that just needs recharging a little bit, especially if you've been in the public a lot, or, you know, spending a lot of time with a lot of energies going on around you. Tanya, hello. Current feelings of Vyom for me. Let's see. Current feelings of this person that you're thinking of for you. Okay, so let me just focus on your full name and date of birth here. Okay. There is positive feelings, they just don't seem to be super strong at the moment. It seems like there's potential, it seems like there's room to grow, there's room for these emotions to grow, but they're just not super strong right now at this current moment. Jan, did I miss? Yeah, so the emotions were pretty strong, pretty positive, but they were only friendly. So the negative thing was that they were very strong and prominent, but the positive thing was that they were only friendly. Thank you, Leon. Baby girl, hello. So are they doing spells on me? I get really bloated, I'm gaining a lot of weight, and doctors don't find anything. Okay, so let me just take a moment to focus on your full name and date of birth here. And let's see. Okay, so they're doing spells on you. Yeah, I'm really sorry to say yes to that one. I don't like to give the negative answers. Sankara, hello and welcome. Will be moving to another place, house, etc. Okay, so I'll do will you be moving soon? Okay. Okay, so I'm seeing possibility of this, but it doesn't look super soon. It doesn't look like it's just around the corner. But there is potential, there is possibility of this. D, hello, Daisy D. When will Mason reach out to me, apologise and realise his mistakes, or another chance? Okay, let me just focus on your full name and date of birth for a moment. When will he reach out to you and apologise? Okay, so I'm getting 2 months there. I'm getting 2 months. It's not really prominent. I'd maybe say it's like 60-70% possibility, but in 2 months' time. Sonia. Yeah, I did your question. Thank you for the full name and date of birth. Miss Venus, hello. So just up here to Sherry, appearance and characteristics of my life partner. Okay. Okay, so seeing quite short hair, there's some grey in there. Average kind of build. I'm not even seeing eyes on this one. Like eye colour. I'm not seeing a lot of this one. Sorry to say that. No, like a little bit come through, and it's just kind of gone. I'm sorry to say that. I should do a full stream on future spells. I should maybe get the scrying mirror for that. me just, for a moment, guys, just do this Facebook one, and then I'll be back with you. Benita, when can I expect a new love partner to enter my life? December. Samina? I got to repeat that one. I think I did do that. Jasmine, what was that Jarrell I spoke to at the store? If so, what did he think about me after seeing me after these years? So I'm guessing a yes. What does he think? So it's a bit of kind of like surprise kind of energy, but there's a lot of positive energy as well. There's, you know, yeah, positive, kind of like a happy feeling. Nothing like super. There's nothing that really stands out, but there is like a happiness kind of energy, like a, yeah, like a content kind of happy kind of energy. Pooja, may I know what was N's latest significant dream about me, if any? Okay. No, it doesn't seem like. It seems like you coming up in the dream in terms of like maybe seeing your face, like a flash of your face or something, or hearing your voice. But it doesn't seem to be anything really significant, like a conversation or something symbolic. Kritika, is Annie Vesh my twin flame, my divine masculine? Are we on a twin flame soul journey together? Okay, so looking at twin flame. Are you twin flame? No, I guess a no to that, I'm sorry to say. It's playing my angel trumpet video. Hold on. Just changed it back. Jan, is Kaizen planning on playing Dawn Trail, the new expansion of the game Final Fantasy, with M, or is he wanting to play it with me? I'm scared that M is pushing him into playing it with her instead. Yeah, he doesn't seem to be planning to play it with her. No, there doesn't seem to be a plan there. Benita, what is the reason that I cross Gurpreet's mind, or that he thinks of me? Seems like something triggering that, something reminding him of you. Fatima, will my crush H make a move towards E in towards me. Will my crush hate or make a move towards me in this year? And if so, when? Okay. It doesn't look too likely. So I would say maybe there's like 30% prominence here. So there's a possibility of it, but it just doesn't look very prominent. I think I might do a full stream of appearance and characteristics of future spouse. Samina says which year will I get married, I think that means. I'm guessing 2029 there. Shayna, what are the chances of Keith and I having a successful romantic relationship? It looks like around 65%. Delphine says and I have a past life together. Is he a twin flame or a soulmate? Okay. So it seems like there has been some connection before. It does seem like there's been some connection before, but not getting twin flame or soulmate, no. Kevin, is there someone else coming for me in love life for the rest of the year? Maybe someone new or old as a romantic interest other than A. Okay. Looks more likely to be the beginning of next year. Pragati, why is my ex being detached? We have a deeper connection and he was the one who called me. I felt he was thinking about me. So why is he being detached? So it seems like trying to make the current connection work, trying to put a bit of energy and kind of attention and effort into the current connection. Ankita, of course. Just bear with me one moment, guys, but I will. I think I am going to get, let's see. I think I am going to get to the rest of these. So let me just put one here. Just put a new updated one here, but just give me a 1 moment, I will be back. Ankisa? Oh, sorry. Ankita, will I become a CA? Just focus on your full name and date of birth here. I guess a yes there. Miss Venus, are there things that I should be concerned about Jay could cause issues between the two of us, such as jealousy, insecurities about me, possessiveness, etc.? Any red flags? Alphonse, I think I did miss your question. I haven't saw a question from you. Bear with me one moment, so we'll just do Miss Venus and I will check. I'm just taking a moment here because there seems to be something coming up, like a bit of some kind of insecurity or something coming up, but I'm not quite placing it, so I'm like saying those things that you've said, and I'm not really getting anything like possessiveness, you know, what else did you say? Jealousy, yeah, I'm not getting jealousy come up, but I'm getting some kind of insecurity come up here. Seems to be a little bit of feeling a little bit inferior, like feeling a little bit, in some way, feeling a little bit not really good enough. But it doesn't really seem like it's. I don't know if I would call it a red flag. I don't feel like it's a really huge um, negative trait that's going to cause a lot of issues. But there is a little bit of insecurity coming up. Samina, I just don't know. I'm sorry, I just don't understand that. Feeling action for me, please. Take my question, I assume. I'm sorry, I just don't understand that. Alphonse, let me just check and see if I can find your question. Because I think I did see before, and I think. Oh no, I can't go back to it. Alphonse, can you repost your question? I'm so sorry. Sarah, did Richard enjoy his weekend here? Yes. Hello, KK. Sarah, has Richard thought about move-in date yet? No. Jasmine, that's very interesting. After seeing him in the store, I dreamed about him. I dream about him from time to time. I wonder if he's part of my soul family or his purpose in my life. And let's check soul family. I guess a no on that. I suppose everybody has some level of purpose in our lives. Far BC, hello. KK, do you see me keeping all 5 of my horses in the next couple of years, or will I be letting go of any? Okay, so keeping all of the 5 horses or letting any go. Keeping seems most prominent. You're very welcome, Sherry. Have a wonderful evening. Ankita, universe, she's going by 1. Your reading might be already done if you post it. Yeah, I'm not sure. Sorry. Swati, will I get a government job which I'm preparing for? Yes. Kevin, you're welcome. Miss Venus, I'm about to go into my next session, but Jay has a license board exam tomorrow. Will he pass? Yes, I'm getting a yes on that. I will maybe message you with that as well, just in case. Oh, Miss Venus, if you did manage to get that, I know it's taking me a while, let me know. If you can. Universe, Samuel, true feelings for Shalom and Shalom's soul purpose. Okay, so I don't do soul purpose questions because my guides have told me not to do that. Say that part of our soul purpose here is to come to that discovery within ourselves. So we do have a kind of journey of self-discovery that is part of our soul purpose. So I can't directly tell someone their exact soul purpose. I could tell you, like, if you have a few different ideas of like a job you want to do or a hobby or, you know, something like that, I could like direct you, but I can't directly say soul purpose. But I can do Samuel's true feelings. Okay, let me just focus on your date of birth here. Okay, Samuel's true feelings. Very deep care, very deep emotions, very deep care, very deep positive emotions. There's missing this connection in some way. So if there's physical distance or there's been, you know, distance like not speaking, no communication, something like that. But there is deep emotions there. You're welcome, you're welcome. Happy birthday, Jan. Oh my gosh, yeah, I completely... Sometimes I get caught up in the questions that I forget, you know, to give the congratulations or to give the... I try to, if you guys are talking about getting jobs and stuff, I do try to remember to not just answer the question and say good luck. But yeah, sorry, Jan, I completely missed out and saying happy birthday to you then as well. I'm so sorry about that. Swetha, do you see me getting a job in July? Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing the end of July there, yes. Happy birthday, Jan. Fatima, you're welcome. So you're welcome, guys. You're welcome. Everyone saying thank you. You're very welcome. Jan, when will me and Caden have a heart-to-heart? Looks like around September's most prominent at the moment. You're welcome. Alphonse, will Jennifer and I reconnect and be a long-term romantic couple? There's possibility here, but it looks a bit low. I'm sorry to say that, it does look a bit low. KK, thank you. After losing my job, I've been worried that I may have to sell a horse. So I'm glad you see me keeping them. Yeah, and I really hope that that remains the most prominent path as well. You know, I really hope you don't have to do that. Sending you, you know, positive energy, well wishes for other sources of income. Fatima, is H spying on my Facebook account? Yes, get a yes there. Universe, does Samuel love Shalom? There seems to be potential for love there. There seems to be like a really deep care, you know, really deep kind of care. I don't know if I would say in love, but it definitely seems within the realm of potential and possibility. So guys, it's been really, really nice to connect with you. Thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you guys so much. It's really, really nice to connect with you. So let me just see what we have. There's probably going to be a pendulum tomorrow. I'm not sure what time, but if I can fit it in tomorrow. I have quite a few sessions tomorrow, so I had to move my spell session to the day after. But if I have like, because the pendulum's in like an hour, I only usually do an hour on pendulum, so I'll probably be able to fit that in after my busy morning. So I'm hoping, I'm not 100%, but I'm hoping. And let me see. So what date are we on here? 25th. So now we have a members crystal ball soon. But I would try to do another crystal ball before the end of the month as well for everyone, for you guys. We'll try to do another crystal ball as well. But do look out. Hopefully we'll be doing a pendulum tomorrow. So it was really nice to connect with you guys. I do hope to connect with you soon. As always, you're very welcome to suggest, make suggestions for streams, message me off stream if you would like. I have my email, Facebook, Discord, and all of that in the description of the video. So you're very welcome to connect with me off stream as well. So it's really, really nice to connect with you guys. So love, light and blessings, and I do hope to see you soon.